Welcome back to Memoir 44. We're playing Sword Beach with the aircraft this time. Alright, we begin as the British storming the beaches on D-Day. And these are our cards. We've got Recon and Force. We have Probe 2 on left. Armor Assault. I'm going to save Armor Assault till we can get our armor up closer to enemy units. Probe 2 in the center. Probe 2 on the right. I do think I'm going to be going ahead. We're going to be playing Recon and Force, so we get to order one unit in each section. Okay, so let's get over to the left, because we're going to order one unit here, one in the center, and one on this side. All right, let's go over here and see what we're going to do. All right, well, the French commandos are itching to get into the fight and retake their homeland, so we're just going to have them activate. So they move here, and they're not going to be able to move anymore, because when you move into an ocean hex, that's it, you're done. You cannot attack from an ocean hex, and you can only move one space. So the French commandos have moved up slightly. Okay, let's get to the middle of the board, because I think now we are going to activate our fighter bomber. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to activate our fighter bomber, and we're going to be playing this card. So we have to play an aircraft combat card to activate our plane. So we're going to be bringing our fighter bomber on the board, which is our Hawker Hurricane, or Typhoon, I should say. And we get to do the text because we're bringing out that particular fighter bomber. And it says, the fighter bomber performs a standard attack run, but rolls 3 dice for each bomb marker on an enemy tank unit or hex with a bunker. And then you roll the normal 1 die when targeting other enemy units. For all attacks during this run, hits are also scored when rolling a star, and flags cannot be ignored. Oh yeah, we are trying to take out the central bunker location there, and so we're playing that card. We are then activating our fighter bomber, which is designated by the red, and this is our British Hawker Typhoon. Okay, in we go. So how we bring this on the board, we can bring it into any hex on this board, and it has a range of 4, so it can move 4 hexes. You cannot stop your airplane on enemy or friendly units, but it can stay at any other hex. It ignores terrain for movement. Obviously, it's in the sky, and when it comes into play, fighter bombers. Okay, lots to lots to deal with here in our first activation of fighter bomber. So if we look at the fighter bomber card, let's take a look. It can move 1 to 4 hexes. Terrain movement restrictions and protections are ignored. It comes onto the battlefield with 3 bullets and 3 bombs. Dogfights with 2 dice, and then we'll worry about this if it gets attacked. So basically, we come in with 3 bullets, 3 bombs. So I'm going to do that. So we get 3 bullet ammunition, and we also get 3 bombs loaded onto our fighter bomber. Okay, now it can move 4 spaces. So how does that work? Well, you can choose any hex on the center, because we're activating it on the center. And then it has a total of 4 movements. So we're going to start right here where this bunker and the 2 artillery pieces are. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to end here at 4. It doesn't matter about the facing. We are going to be adjacent to the units in the town. And now, while we're going, we can use either bombs or bullets for strafing. So we're going to use a bomb here on the bunker with the artillery. Of course, there's nothing here, so we're not going to fire anything at all. And we're going to drop 1 of the bullets here. So we dropped bombs on the bunker, moved here, then we strafed with a bullet run in the town with the German units, and then we ended our move here, 4 movement. All right, we're going to roll these dice after, because all movement first. We have 1 more movement on the right flank. And the movement on the right flank, we are going to take these British commandos, and they're going to move up 1 space, and again, they can only move 1, moving into the ocean, and that's it. Now we roll dice to see if we hit anything. So let's get to the dice rolling. Alright, let's see how successful our bomb run is. So, once more looking at that card, it says, Fighter forward rolls 3 dice for each bomb marker on enemy tank unit or hexes with bunkers. So we're rolling 3 dice here. Now normally to hit these guys you have to roll a grenade, but because we played this card, it says for all attacks during this round, hits are also scored when rolling a star, and flags cannot be ignored. So we could push these guys right out of the bunker as well. All right, we're going to be rolling 3 dice. We are looking for grenades and stars because that will destroy those units. And we get 1 grenade, so we destroy one of the guns. That's not enough. And we get 1 flag. Now normally in a bunker you ignore retreats, but because of that card we just played, they cannot ignore the retreats, so they have to back up. So they will back up. Oh no, they're going to back up to there. Ooh, oh, that's not good. I didn't think that. Okay, anyway. But they're now out of the bunker. So, but they can move back into the bunker. Anyway, is what it is. All right, for here we're just rolling 1 die for bullets. Now we have to roll. The gun symbol. Everything else is ignored. I don't believe the retreats even work. We just have to roll the symbol for the unit. I'm going to double check that, but we'll roll the die and see. So we get a tank. So the strafing run in the town does nothing. The Germans are hunkered down well enough, and nothing happens. Okay, that was our turn. Now we do not get to draw another combat air card because we didn't play a recon, and we didn't play the finest hour. And our card did not say that we get to draw another card at the end of air combat. So we just end up grabbing 1 more regular command card, and we get, direct from HQ, order 4 units of your choice. Wow, that's great. Okay, well, I think the Germans are probably going to have something to say against our attack from the air. So let's back the camera out, and it's now the Germans' turn. But before the Germans get to go, oh yes, our bunker buster Typhoon did its job. Because if we look at bunkers, it says original owner units may ignore 1 flag. Well, that bombing run said they cannot ignore flags. And if you look at this, artillery in a bunker may not retreat. It must take a loss instead. So what happens? Instead of the artillery retreating, it's blown up. So our run actually destroyed everything in there. This is our first medal. We've taken out that entire bunker with the artillery in it. Awesome job from our British Typhoon. Excellent. All right, now we are going over to the Germans' turn. All right, it's the Germans' turn. And the Germans are going to be playing Probe 2. Activate 2 units in the center. Okay, yes, the 2 units they will be activating are the guys in the town, and these guys are in the center and the left flank for them, activating those units as well. All right, let's get down, see if they're going to move and or attack. All right, well, these guys are just going to do a double move. They're going to go 1, 2 to here. Looks like they are gunning to get back into this bunker and hunker down, but they're not there. They can't attack. They've moved 2 spaces. These guys are not going to move. They are going to attack. And yes, they're going to attack the adjacent air unit. And you can do that. Not only are they going to attack the adjacent air unit, they're also going to play their air command card, which is this one, ground to air attack. An ordered ground unit battles an air unit with 2 additional dice. Wow, so instead of 3 dice for being adjacent, they're going to be rolling 5 dice attacking our air unit. Hits are also scored when rolling a star on the combat roll. So not just grenades, but stars. Everything else is ignored, and then there's the confirmation roll as per usual. Wow. All right, let's get rolling. 5 dice. Wow. 5. That's not very good. All right, and let's hope that our Hawker Typhoon does not get blown out of the sky. So the Germans are looking for grenades and stars. and they get 2 grenades. So, confirmation roll. Kind of like in Battle of Hoth, where you have to do the confirmation roll on the AT-ATs. Here, if either of these dice is a grenade, our Hawker Typhoon is blown out of the sky. Come on, no grenade! And we don't get a grenade. Whew. So their anti-aircraft attack against our Hawker Typhoon is unsuccessful. And that's awesome. Alright, that's the end of their turn. They will be grabbing another command card. They will not be grabbing an air command card. That only happens if you go ahead and use a recon or their finest hour. Alright, back we go to the British. We better start getting our units up onto the beach. Alright, it's time for us to go again, and we still have two bullets and 2 bombs with our Hawker Typhoon. And we can use this now. Issue an order to 4 units of your choice. And I think we're probably going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to play direct from HQ because, yeah, this is an awesome card. So we get to order 4 units of our choice. And yes, we can order our airplane unit. So we're going to order these guys. We are going to order, and I guess all of our tanks. We're going to get all the tanks moving. Order. So the tanks were supposed to hit the beach first. Things got gefuffled because of bad weather and some pin down activity from the Germans originally on Sword Beach. So now we are activating our air unit and the 3 tank units. So let's get moving our stuff right away. All right, things looking a little dangerous here. We got a total bunker, but we got to get in there. And so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and they will be able to attack. Not with a lot of dice, but they will be able to attack. However, they could attack the infantry there. 3, 3. We could use 3 dice against those infantry. Might be an idea. So that's those tanks moving. These guys are also going to go 1, 2. And yes, you can only move 2 on the sand. Tanks can normally move 3, but the sand means they get a little bogged down. They can only move 3. They will also be able to attack 1 against the bunker. All right, let's move the other tank on the far right, and then we're going to get our airplane moving. All right, we're going to move these tanks up the beach. 1, 2. And we're putting our tanks in peril, but let's hope that they can spearhead for our infantry and start pounding some of these German emplacements and maybe take them out. All right, and let's get moving our airplane now. It's going to do its run. All right, so our fighter bomber can do the regular, so it can move 4 spaces, so it's going to go 1, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and back off here to 4. And as it's flying over, it's going to, I guess, what's it going to do? It's, I don't know if I want to, let's just drop both bombs. We're going to drop bombs on the town, and we're going to bomb these guys. And we still have 2 bullets remaining for our fighter bomber. Okay, that was it. Let's do all of our attacks. All right, we're going to start attacking with our tanks to the German infantry here because it's 3, 3, and 3. Wire doesn't block line of sight or anything. So we'll roll the dice out here. We're rolling 3 dice. And we're trying to blast those German infantry with our tank. And what do we get? We get 1 grenade. So we take out 1 German unit. And that's it. So that was 1 tank attack. Let's move over and have another one. Alright, the next British tank attack will be against the bunker, 3, 3, and 3, but it's -2 into a bunker for armored units. We're just rolling 1 die. Just the 1 die we're looking for, either a soldier symbol or a grenade. And we get nothing. So there we go. Total miss there. Let's do the other tank unit next. And the same thing here. We're going to be rolling 1 die against the emplacement of the bunker. And this time we do pick 1 off, so we get rid of 1 German unit in the bunker. All right, let's roll the dice for the plane attack. All right, so we're bombing the town, and we're bombing these guys. Now, bombs hit on a... let me double check that. On the card. Roll a die. Terrain protections ignored, so the town there's no protection. Scores a hit from each grenade or symbol matching the target. So we're looking for grenades, or we're looking for infantry symbols. And we roll 1 die, and we get the infantry. So we do pop off one of the German in town. This is likewise our last bomb dropped from our Typhoon against those guys, and a tank. So we didn't do anything to these guys. That's the end of our turn. And draw another command card, and we get Recon. Ooh, this lets us start refreshing our plane cards. We just have one fighter card left, and we have a fighter bomber, so this doesn't do us really much good. But Recon is actually not bad, because we can then draw a command card for aircraft afterwards. All right, bringing us up for the end of the episode today will be another German turn. All right, the Germans, I think, might be getting a little bit worried. However, they're going to be playing counterattack. Okay, ooh boy. Issue the same order just played by your opponent. That is issue a command of 4 units. When countering a section card, right section card becomes equivalent, left, right, blah, blah, blah. When countering attacking infantry assault card, the counterattack may occur in the same card. So they basically, their counterattack is literally just copying our cards, so direct issue 4 units of her choice. So the Germans get to issue 4 units of their choice. And so let's go ahead. So the 1 unit they're going to issue is these guys in the town. Second unit will be these guys. The third unit will be these 2 bunker units, I believe. Yep. All right. Now, are they going to move or attack? Let's find out. All right, so these guys are not going to move. They are just going to attack because they want to attack the tanks moving up the beach. These guys are actually going to move. They're going to move out of the town, the 3 of them, and they will attack our aircraft, right, like that. These guys are going to move into the bunker, which no longer has active artillery guns. But they are now in the bunker. They can take the bunker over. They will also attack. They will be able to attack the tanks on the beach. These guys are not moving. They are just straight up attacking, if I can find the grenade symbol. All right, let's get rolling up some dice. All right, so from the bunker, they're going to shoot at the 3 tanks right here. So 3 dice, 2 dice. So they're rolling 2 dice against the tank unit. And see if they can do anything to our British tanks. They are looking for, woof, okay, they did destroy one of our tanks. That's that attack. All right, they've got some more attacks to do. And I guess I could have left the camera where it was. So these guys in the bunker, 3, 2, 1 die. So they're just rolling 1 die against these tanks. And they get nothing. And let's just adjust the camera slightly. All right, so our infantry, the German infantry is attacking the Typhoon. 3 dice. They are looking for just grenades, and then a reroll of a grenade will knock it out of the sky. And they get nothing, so they're shooting up at the Hawker Typhoon and having no success. And the final attack from the Germans are from this bunker to these tanks. 3 dice, 2 dice. So rolling 2 dice as I throw them on the floor against the more British tank. And a grenade. They get 1 of them. So they're whittling down our British troops a little bit, but not a heck of a lot. That's going to be the end of their turn. And then they're just going to be grabbing another command card. And that will be it. So we're going to back the camera out and wrap it up for today. Alright, well that's going to wrap up our episode of Sword Beach for today, Memoir 44. So we have our tanks now pressing their way up the beach. We still have a lot of troops in landing craft on their way into the beaches. We've got to get that going. We do have our Hawker Typhoon out there causing havoc amongst the German troops. We actually managed to blow up the gun emplacement there, which was really good because those guys are nasty. But they still have the Panzer 25th Division that they can press up from there. They're a little bit of a problem for us, but we'll see what we can do as the British. We have to get these guys out of the water. But that'll be for next episode. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for comments, subscriptions, and likes. This is Memoir 44. We're doing Sword Beach. We also have the new flight plan included using aircraft. Very cool. I like it. So we'll see what happens. So thanks so much. Hope you join me tomorrow for the continuation.